So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So things are underway. It's a promising position, and he's got his cross in, and he gets rid in a hurry. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Searching pass he's played there. Zanetti just loves to go forward whenever he can. Donadoni. That's very neat. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
A proven leader, a proven winner, and a talisman for both club and country, Peter.
Yeah, Gareth Bale is certainly all of those things.
You could almost say he's the perfect attacker, easily one of the fastest players around. And remember all that beautiful technical football that was done at speed, because he always had that pace in his game. And remember his aerial strength too. He was very, very good heading a football.
Played out to the left flank. Can he get on the end of this? Park Ji-sung. Looking to play him in. Otto puts... And a header! Goal, Italy! And Italy score first. A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Bergkamp. And it's Zanetti.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And he cuts out the supply. Xavi Alonso. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Ball in towards the middle.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
And it's Bergkamp.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Otto. Great vision.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
He's a sharp little ball here. Park Ji-sung has a look up and delivers. Cleared without hesitation. Xavi Alonso. Milan do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Donadoni. Now it's Girassi for Xavi Alonso. Look at the space here. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. And he's had it nicked away. He's on it, can he get away? Milan have got it back and they'll have another go. That's a cute ball. Chips it through. That is good strength. Park Ji-sung's cross. Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Piqué, always a very imposing presence at the back. And it's Del Piero. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Milan truly have no need to panic. They can...
Goes for goal! He's done very well to get to that.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Jupe. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Zanetti. Del Piero. 5 minutes till the break. And that could set him on his way. Maldini kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Italy have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Park Ji-sung. And it's played in here. Maldini getting this one clear. Bergkamp. Donatoni.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
And here's Zanetti. And the shot! And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Milan come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 8. Javier Zanetti. Viene sostituito con il
We get things
numero
going
19.
again.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Pass is just off target. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Del Piero does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Brilliantly cut out. Milan do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Looking for options for movement. And he can thump it away. Bale. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Park Ji-sung picks it up out wide.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Almost an hour gone. Now it's Bale. It's played through for him. He's found a way through. And that should get the job done. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way...
And Batistuta!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And this is Batistuta. Caught offside that time. Xavi Alonso knocks it into space.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
Xavi Alonso. Now it's Girassi. Milan have a free kick.
There could be trouble here.
But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 7. Lascia il campo per il numero 22. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Has a look and plays it forward. David De Gea. Milan have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. McAllister knocks it out wide. Threads one in, and that's been drilled in.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 11. Numero 9. Lasciano il campo per
Van Bauten.
il numero 23. Il numero 21.
He's looking wide. Rijkaard. Van Bauten. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Piqué defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. That is good progress on the left. Oh, that's nice. Throw in. It's a searching pass. And no, that was never going to make it. Milan now in a position of desperate urgency.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though. That's just playing it safe and simple. Milan really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Hazard plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Zanetti. Now he's got space here. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Cristiano Ronaldo. Passing is crisp and sharp, and that has put paid to that. And we're done. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour. There is a definite sense of occasion here as both teams square up to each other with fire in their eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
And we're underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
I think an awful lot's going to be asked of this fella Zubamendi here. But being such a smart player, I expect him to pass the test with flying colours. He's making up the extra centre-half at times, as well as making those deep, long runs towards the box. I think a cracking player with a very disciplined game.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Gusto.
Well, that has not gone well. Hazard.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Oh, this is a great position.
Girassi really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Costa. Patience, the overwhelming virtue in this.
He's given it away.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it?
And now the breakaway.
He's in plenty of space here. Cunha receives it in a wide position. Rijkaard. That's Maldini. And it's Azar. Bergkamp. And it's Xavi Alonso. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
João Neves.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Donadoni with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Oh, a delicate chip through. Floated through. Real chance here. That's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Gusto.
Milan
Really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
And that's going to be a booking.
Gabriel. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Now João Neves.
Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition.
Costa. Achiampong. Pressing high and with purpose.
Xavi Alonso. Oh, it's come loose.
Turns back here, probably the best option. And the pass is intercepted. Cunha proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Gusto.
Musso punts it upfield. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's been cut out, well played. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Xabi Alonso with a definite foul there. Calafiori. Zappacosta. And Gabriel. João Neves. João Neves proves just a little bit too strong. Oh, that's neat. Girassi can be a real threat inside the box. Zappacosta. And it's Zubimendi. Played back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
João Neves. And that brings the first half to a close. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
How's the first half compared with your expectations?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. So straight into the second half.
Milan really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
And it's Neves. And Calafiori. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Bergkamp really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Now it's Matheus Cunha. Knocks it into space. And reclaimed it in a trice. Passing is crisp and sharp. Gusto. Can he latch on to this? Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Donadoni. Threads one in. That's a nicely shaped ball.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement. That's just playing it safe and simple. Bergkamp really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Hazard in acres of space out wide. And it's Bergkamp. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
Donadoni. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He's gone for goal! Oh my word, that is quite something! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And there is your opener. He gave it plenty and some. Trashed it in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Milan have fired themselves in front.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
João Neves. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see. Well, Peter, just...
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Well, that's clear-cut. It's a free kick. Zubimendi. Aimed beyond the defence. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Wow, look who's involved.
Matheus Cunha. This looks promising. Good ball, good take.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Not the most accurate pass. And it's Zubimendi. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Now this could be a chance. Oh, nice touch.
This is the time you need that pace.
Well, that looks a cracking ball. Diouf, and he's managed to get free. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Milan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And that has left him in a heap. Oh, that's a key interception. Girassi is flagged offside.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 11.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Numero 5.
Milan have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. He has found a way through. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Zubimendi. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's on it, can he get away? Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Two ahead, late in the day, game over surely. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Oh, super ball! He's found a way through! Decent chance!
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Van Bouten with the clearance. That's tidy. Solot, chance for a shot! And again, he is at his elastic best.
Sorlot really must be thinking what more he could have done there. It's another inspired save.
Numero 10.
Livingston have their second corner now.
Numero 20. Lampard.
And that's that. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Paris Saint-Germain are looking to break at pace. Stam cuts it out. Could move up a gear here. Juve. Elise. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Juve! He's delivered all right!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
It was thrashed in, the crispest of hits.
And that's a brilliant finish, Peter. Such a satisfying one from his perspective, knowing he hit it so beautifully.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Girassi takes a shot! And no mistake! It had to come! It just had to come! He had to have his say! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see...
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Diouf is offering a wry smile there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Good chance here! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Milan have their second corner now. Oh, that was vital. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Juve. Milan
really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at.
He's had a shot! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Elise can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Corner number 3 coming up. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Bergkamp. Sylvestre did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Piqué. Stam. And Mateus. And it's Neymar. Donatoni. And they can counter here. Xavi Alonso. Piqué. Juve given the lift of his goal. Bergkamp has it out wide and in space. Oh, he's been caught on it! There's the shot! Neymar and Mateus. Bergkamp. Mateus. Neymar. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Well, that pass isn't the best. Bergkamp. Olise. And that could set him on his way. Real chance! And it's there! It's all becoming so easy. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his... and that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle, and here we go.
There's a name in this lineup, Peter, that's synonymous with being dependable.
The man they call safe hands.
Yep, David Seaman, one of the outstanding keepers of his time and a commander of tight defence.
Oh, great leap! And he can thump it away. Messi. And this is Ibrahimovic. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And it's DiMarco. Bergkamp. And Zanetti. Some good work on the right flank here. That's the keeper's ball. Ibrahimovic. Omir Ardija are looking to break at pace. He's shifting through the gears here. Well timed, excellent interception. Zanetti. It's a searching pass. It's out for a goal kick. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side...
Oh, that's ambitious. Oh, that was no routine save.
Ibrahimovic actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Xavi Alonso. Passes short and sharp. Good ball, good take. Now this could be a chance. Milan, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Cafu. Juve. Now it's Girassi. Zanetti. And he's straight offside. Great defending, strong and determined. DiMarco. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. It's a pretty loose pass. Zanetti. That's a good foray he's making. And here's Bergkamp. Threads one in. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Juve receives it in a good position here. Ibrahimovic. And now the breakaway. Bergkamp. Donadoni. Rijkaard. Searching pass he's played there. Omiya Ardija are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Crosses it in here. Van Bouten can get it clear. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Girassi. Messi. Bergkamp. And it's Bergkamp. Juve. Good read, needed to be. Eto.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Ibrahimovic. Played out towards the right wing. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, important interception. Bergkamp. In with the challenge. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Neatly clipped into space. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Rijkaard. Maldini. This is a promising build-up. Now it's Girassi.
Girassi really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He's in a great position here. Joe! Goal!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Milan have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think the managers are going to have...
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Milan with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. So straight into the second half. Milan leading courtesy of the game's only goal. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, that's well spotted. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Rijkaard, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Not the most accurate pass. No, that's been intercepted.
Cafu, and it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Has a look up and delivers. Cleared without hesitation. That's put paid to the danger. Messi. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And the shot!
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Corner number 2, then. He's rising! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Milan just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Donatoni crosses it in, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Milan leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. Van Dijk deals with that comfortably. Rijkaard. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's not looking good, Peter. You can't just stop playing once you've gone ahead. You're letting the opposition know that you can be got at, and they can so easily raise the pace and tempo to do just that. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Messi. Rijkaard. Eto'o. Rice. Cafu. And it's Rice. Bergkamp, who's set up 1 goal so far. Picked out brilliantly. He's had a shot! Well taken goal. A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Substitutions taking place.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. So that's 2 now without reply.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Milan will have 1 further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Tries to play it through. Into the last quarter of an hour. Pull it. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Cannavaro.
Has a look and plays it forward. Goes for goal! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
And how decisive might that prove, Peter? It really would have put the wind in their sails if they were just one down as opposed to two.
Azar bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Tries to pass it through. Well read, nice interception. Spread it left. That is a great pick out. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Milan really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Rice. Pass somewhat off target. And here's Van Basten. Van Dijk. Ronaldo does well to get it back. That's good running with the ball. Rice. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's in plenty of space here. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Beckham. Cafu. For Rice.
There will be 3 minutes
The
added
pass
time.
has been well intercepted. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Nicely worked. Rice. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Great shoot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
And time is up. Milan are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and their tactician-in-chief Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, we're on the way. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, this guy, Alexis McAllister, is someone whose stock rose dramatically due to his exploits with the national side. But he's someone I see as a born footballer. I mean, he can play 6th position, he can play in the number 8 position, but I feel he's probably best suited to the number 10 role because I think he has that creative edge, he has that craft, and that's where he should be used to greatest effect.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Referee has just said play on. This is a promising build-up, and it's Camavinga. He's found space here. Van Bouten promptly onto that, and that is that. Searching pass he's played there. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And he's managed to get rid. But they've got it again. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Real chance! Oh my word! Dennis Bergkamp! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter.
Oh, no question, that's a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. Madrid already a man down in these early stages. That has left the boss thinking about what harm it has done to their chances. There was plenty of power on that. Camavinga. Pressing high and with purpose. Can he get it through? And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Madrid clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Hazard. Now it's Girassi. Donadoni. Oh, that's... Oh, shooting chance! And it's in! And they're threatening to fly away here. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off.
Great chance! It's and again! Off the post! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Now it's Girassi. Oh, what a ball! Beckenbauer. That has been slung wide. And it's Hazard. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Here comes the cross. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now they can clear their lines. Looking for the run. Cafu. Camavinga. And this is Batistuta.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Koundé, that's a little off target. Jupe, someone who can always claim to be the... Goes for a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And there is his 30th goal. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
A case now of complete control. Dani Olmo. Camavinga. Referee's given a throw. Not the most accurate pass. Juve. He's found a way through. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Juve was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Oh, I was on...
Batistuta! Outstanding save to keep that out.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Van Bouten getting this one clear. He's going for goal! And that is a truly outstanding save.
Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game.
Maldini can get it clear. Camavinga! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Madrid are showing good urgency, but they have to place more emphasis on service into the box.
Xavi Alonso. Now, can they get him away? There's a look up and delivers. Khan claims it. Safe hands. Cafu. Camavinga. Looking to play him in. Now it's Hazard. Now it's Dani Olmo. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Good ball, good take. Now it's Donatoni. Cafu. Played out towards the right wing. Well, that pass isn't the best. Donatoni has created one goal already. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Milan absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Milan seemingly the only team to have turned up here. It is 3-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Milan have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Now it's Girassi. Chance! And he's stuck it away! Untouchable, remorseless, relentless, a class of their own. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter.
Takes a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. He's put it wide. Cafu. Beckham. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, important interception. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Madrid clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
And that is a little undercooked. But where it came from. Hazard. And he cuts out the supply. Spread to the right.
Pass is just off target. That's put paid to the danger. And it's Azar. And this is Azar! So what can they make of this? PK. Donatoni. Rijkaard. Crunching tackle. And the ball's gone astray. Madrid can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Madrid can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Oh, impressive strike.
I was expecting him to play it in until I saw his run-up.
Moved on forwards. Cafu kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That has not gone well. Gerassi tries to play it through. He's had it taken off him. Bergkamp showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Juve was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Mbappe.
Madrid really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
Cambio de jugadores.
That could spell trouble. And he's... Oh, a guilt and the finish!
Edmilson. The referee's awarded a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. Back to the keeper it goes. David De Gea, the great organiser of defence. Milan will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change.
Oh, good climb! Magnificent from Massaro! He's got himself an absolute peach. And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Milan are having a ball here. Cristiano Ronaldo. Batistuta. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Valverde. Cafu. Bellingham. And that's another good win of the ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's picked his way through. Bergkamp finding himself in space.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Rijkaard. He's in a great position here. And now a sudden chance to counter. Gets a good foot in there. And he's intervened well there. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Oh, easy pickings there. Bergkamp in acres of space out wide. And this is Batistuta. Tries to pass it through. Eder Militao looking for options for movement. And he's there to belt it away. And we're done. Milan can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. Well, for Pepe, this is the time to get that stern focus in his eyes.
Yes, it's that look that says, I'll win at all costs, and you better be prepared for what's coming.
Well, he knows, doesn't he? He just knows. At the core of his game is winning battles, physical, aerial, mental. To him, winning, however he does it, matters most. Back in possession and ready to go again. Schneider. Schneider is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Donatoni. And it's Schneider. Now it's Girassi. Bergkamp. Zanetti. Tries to play it through. Hazard in acres of space out wide. Piqué did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He won't be happy with that one. Zanetti.
In towards the back stick. Oh, that's a fine interception. Schneider can so cleverly bypass the press. Diouf, great chance! Goal, Milan! Was there ever any doubt?
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, it's Bergkamp. Thinks about the shot. Milan
Really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it.
And the shot!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Nicely shaped ball. Michael. He's a sharp little ball here. And it's Schneider. Great vision. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And no surprise, that's a booking. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. That could spell trouble. Big chance! Chance, surely! And no mistake. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Guardiola. Schneider. This is Romario. And he's there to get it away. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. That's Guardiola. And this is Romario. Yeah, he's fouled him there. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice.
Messi! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
And that was asking for too much. That has not gone well. Romario will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And this is Lampard. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Lampard. Schneider. And it's been hooked away. Now it's Messi. Well, that looks a decent ball.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He's got away. Donatoni. Now it's Girassi. It's a good-looking delivery. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Nicely weighted ball. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And it's half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Milan are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far.
The second period is underway. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And it's Sneijder. And here's Messi. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Messi. Pepe.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
That's cause for mild irritation. Sneijder. Messi. Sneijder. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's got away from him. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Alonso. Passing is crisp and sharp. Milan are 2 up early in the second half. And it's Romario. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Bergkamp. That's a good ball out wide.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now it's Donatoni, and they can counter here. Marcelo gets over and intercepts. Lampard, spread it left. Marcelo, this is a promising build-up. Short changes him with that pass, and it's Marcelo. Oh, good take in a good area. That is ended up in no man's land. Juve has found the net here, of course. Aimed beyond the defence. Bergkamp. Bergkamp crosses. And the keeper beats it away. Lampard. Azar. Romario. And the counter is on. Marcelo. He has found the way through. That is good strength. And he's had it nicked away. And he has been fouled there. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Per il Milan. Numero 11. Numero 7. Lasciano il campo per il numero 22. Cristiano Ronaldo. Il numero 18. Hazard.
It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
Griezmann. And it's Marcelo. Milan are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. And it's been given away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And this is Griezmann. And he's there to belt it away. And this is Sneijder.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And this is Hazard. Pepe produces the perfect tackle there. Defending was strong and firm. Look at... And a chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Cristiano Ronaldo. That's a cute ball. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. And he's forced to go back.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Suarez is onto this. Cristiano Ronaldo going about things with real menace. Can he get on the end of this? Lampard showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Xavi Alonso. And it's Zanetti. Lampard.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Schneider plays the return pass. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, we're on the way.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Pedri will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, great leap! Goal! Leon! And we have liftoff! Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well read, nice interception. Xavi Alonso. Donadoni. Donadoni going face-to-face with his great rival. Donadoni receives it in a wide position. And this is Bergkamp. And here comes the corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And he's gone looking for safety. Piqué. Milan ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Neymar. Pedri. And it's Cancelo. Knocks it into space. And no, that was never going to make it. That has not gone well. And it's Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. He's going for goal! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
What a throw in. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Juve, not a hint of... He's having a shot! Cleared away. He's had a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. Has to go back here. Oh, he's having a go! And again! And that's in! They are right back in business!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Taken back almost at once. Neymar. Deftly away. Aimed beyond the defence. Juve. Goal! Milan! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Milan have their lead.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
And he plays one through. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
It's a pretty loose pass. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Mbappe. He shifted it to the flank. João Cancelo looking for the run, and he's managed to get free.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Tries to play it through. He's shifting through the... Takes a shot! And there's a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So the lead now is 2. And the finish! Just cruising! They are cruising! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! A finish of great intelligence. He just understood, and he executed so smoothly.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Milan palpably stronger. Chance! And yes, it's there! They are purring, truly purring. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
That's very neat. Hangs one in. Solid! Girassi.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
He's picked his way through. Bergkamp. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Solot. Mbappe. And that brings the first half to a close. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Milan have been simply outstanding in the first half. There doesn't seem to be a single weakness in their team, and should that not change, they could go big from here.
Milan enjoying a half which is little short of perfect. The dominant force, the only force in a one-sided contest.
Changement pour l'Olympique Lyonnais. Le numéro 13. Le numéro 9.
So we're underway for the second half.
Le numéro 8.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Beckham picks it up out wide. Header! High and ultimately harmless.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Tries to pass it through, and he was quick to react. Pass somewhat off target. No joy this time. João Cancelo. Girassi is onto this. Lyon needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Oh, now he can run away with it. Decent chance! And he hits the net. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Lyon get their goal, a bit of respectability restored. Nicely weighted ball. Hazard. Great vision. Hazard was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, they could be caught out here. Shot could be on. That'll be a corner.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? And now a sudden chance to counter. The most accurate pass. Donatoni.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Beckham, and claimed it back swiftly.
Well, that pass isn't the best. And he's intervened well there. Now it's Bergkamp. And it's Azar. Now it's Girassi. Goes for a shot! Incredible! Just incredible!
The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Le numéro 11.
And that means just one thing. Match ball.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Milan are having a ball here.
And here's Mbappe.
Endrick.
Mbappe
Receives it in a good position here. Neymar. It's Neymar! Oh, it's a beauty! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Changement pour l'Olympique Lyonnais. Le numéro 19.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Le numéro
Lyon
15.
still making a
Le
fight
numéro
of this.
42. Attention,
Milan
changement.
will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change.
Now it's Azar.
He's a sharp little ball here.
Oh, nice touch. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
And he welcomes it in.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Looking to play him in. No, that's been intercepted.
And it's Lampard.
Wan-Bissaka spots it and intercepts. Could move up a gear here. Musiala wants to run onto this. And the keeper beats it away.
Girassi.
AC Milan could counter here.
Oh, he's found support out wide.
Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Changement.
That is ended up in no man's land. He's in a great position here. And he's worked it through. He's being urged to shoot. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Neymar. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. No, he's not getting his way this time. Closing in on goal. He's had it taken off him.
Il y aura 4 minutes
Defending
de
his
temps
corner
additionnel.
stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Neymar. Conte. Ah, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. And that's it. Milan have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial...